Participants are requested to remain silent. Participants, kindly settle down and remain silent.
Good morning, sir. Sir, can you hear us? Sir, can you hear us?
Hello.
Sir, can you hear us?
Yes. Good morning.
It is audible to us. Sir, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm hearing.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome back. I feel elated to welcome you all again to the plenary session. This conference on translating literature across languages, challenges and opportunities, TLAL 2024, aims to bring to various aspects associated with this topic, thereby sparking thoughtful discussions and stimulating new ideas. To begin with, I invite Mrs. Amu Assistant Professor, Department of English, to come the gathering.
Good morning all. On behalf of Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science for Women, I extend a warm welcome to each one of you at this significant gathering. As we embark on this literary journey at SRCW, today let us redefine the narrative as we explore the transformative power of translating literature across languages, challenges and opportunities. I am delighted to introduce our distinguished conveners of this conference, Dr. Anandi M., Head and Professor, Department of English, and Dr. Nirmala V., Professor and Head, Department of Tamil. Their dedication and leadership have played a vital role in organizing this event. We are honored to have a notable chief guest, Dr. Lokla Sharma, Dr. P. Anandakumar, Dr. P. Balamurugan, admits us today. Along with our esteemed faculty members, students, and importantly, the unwavering support of our college principal, Dr.
It is not hard.
Okay, so we can, yeah. Okay, so that will be discussed there. For her continual encouragement. Furthermore, I express our gratitude to our Shanluck publishers whose support has been instrumental in making this conference possible. This conference is not just a meeting of minds, but a celebration of language, culture, and the profound impact that the translation has on literature. Our aim is to explore the vast opportunities for cultural exchange, enrichment, and the expansion of literary horizons, highlighting the transformative power embedded in the process of translation. A special welcome to our research scholars and students who are gathered here to dwell into the world of translation across languages. Let us come together, share our insights, and collectively embark on a journey of discovery and understanding. Thank you for being a part of this enriching experience. May our discussion today pave the way for a deeper appreciation of the beauty that lies in the translation of words and ideas. Thank you all and welcome you all.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite Mrs. Taranya, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to introduce the plenary speaker, Dr. Lokraj Sharma.
Good morning to one and all present here. Let me introduce Dr. Lokraj Sharma, Associate Professor of English Language and Literature at Makwanpur Multiple Campus, Hetauda, affiliated with Tribhuvan University in Nepal. Our dedicated professional's primary focus lies in the realm of research. With an impressive track record, he has authored 66 articles published in various international research journals, complemented by an additional 19 articles in national journals. His commitment to advancing
It is not hard. Please unmute the mic.
With an impressive track record, he has authored 66 articles published in various international research journals, complemented by an additional 19 articles in national journals. His commitment to advancing scholarship is evident in his role as a reviewer, having assessed 145 journal articles for both international and national research journals, along with over 45 articles for Academia Edu. Since 2021, he has held the esteemed position of a life member of the Scholars Academic and Scientific Society. Furthermore, he actively contributes as an editorial board member to 25 journals, demonstrating a strong commitment to shape the academic landscape. Noteworthy is his successful completion of a small research development project funded by the University Grants Commission in Sanotini, Bhaktapur, Nepal. His role as an editorial board member and reviewer reflects a deep dedication to advancing knowledge and contributing significantly to the academic community. Now, I request Dr. Lokas Sharma to take over the session.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Honorable Chief Guest, special guest, devotees of literature and language, and dear energetic students, thank you very much for being here today. I am truly grateful to Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science for Women and Senlex publications for this opportunity to speak as one of the keynote speakers at this international conference. I feel thrilled and honored
Excuse me.
to be in the presence of so many intellectuals,
Sorry for the
personalities,
interruption, sir. Sir, can
personalities.
you please?
I'm excited to share my
Yes,
understanding
sir.
of the content,
Please turn
translating
on the
literature
video.
across language, challenges and opportunities. With you at the moment. Let's make this time informative and enjoyable. Let me commence my speech with the remark of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States of America. He once said, "Your degree is just a piece of paper. Real education is seen in your behavior." Now it is time to show our real education in translations. Let me talk about the status of translation in the present world in brief. The rising interest in translation over the last few decades is due to the advent of multifarious phenomena of globalization. It has resulted in creating open environment for developing societal, cultural, political, and economic networks. Translation enables language to cross borders and supports intercultural exchange and understanding. It plays a pivotal role in fostering global communication and understanding by serving as a bridge between diverse cultures and languages. The significance of translation in the present world is underscored by its multi-layered impacts on diplomacy, literature, philosophy, psychology, business, technology, and more. In diplomatic exchange and context, translation facilitates communication between nations and international organizations, ensuring accurate and sincere exchange that are crucial for successful negotiation and collaboration.
Excuse me. Sir, sorry for the interruption,
Yeah,
sir. Can you please turn on the
yes.
camera? Video is not
What please?
visible for us. Can you please turn on the camera, sir?
Okay.
Your video is not visible to us.
Oh, let me start. Okay. Susan. Yeah.
Sir?
So you need to camera. Okay. Come on.
It is visible, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Can I show the PowerPoint?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have some slides to show. Is it possible or not?
Yes, sir. We can see that. You can share,
Okay.
sir.
Let me. Okay. I'm trying to join. Good. Mm, mm. Oh, video down then. The video off.
Sir, it's visible now.
Okay. So can I start? Can I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But okay. Okay. Am I visible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're
Yes, sir,
visible.
you're visible.
PPT is also
PPT is
visible.
also
Okay.
visible.
Okay. So I should continue. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let me continue. So companies utilize translation services to localize products and services, ensuring effective communication with diverse consumer bases. The role of translation in business is evident in the success of multinational corporations and strategically adapt their content to different languages and cultures. In the present world, literature translation plays a crucial role in fostering global cultural exchange by breaking down language barriers. Translators serve as cultural ambassadors, bringing diverse voices and perspective to a wider audience. The demand for literary translation has grown exponentially with the rise of international literature festivals, book fairs, and online platforms. Technology has facilitated the translation process, enabling quicker and more accessible dissemination of literary works across borders. Despite facing obstacles like linguistic differences and cultural nuances, literature translation remains a driving force in creating a more interconnected global society. Let me highlight language and literature in brief. Language is a complex and dynamic system of communication primarily consisting of structured set of rules, vocabulary, and grammar, which enables humans to express thoughts, ideas, and emotions through spoken or written words. Language keeps changing with the changing time. It also changes according to the changes in the society to meet the growing needs of society. It is means of establishing human relations. It is a dynamic form of preserving and transmitting culture. It is used to for social interaction. Language of literature is different from the language of ordinary communication. We all know this thing. It is a deviated figure of speech is simply uttering a statement in a new way that is not plain. It is a departure from the ordinary form of expression in order to create a greater effect. Generally, language is a dynamic and constantly evolving system of communication. It is deeply intertwined with culture and identity. It is a powerful tool for expression. It plays a crucial role in social interactions. It is a primary vehicle for the transmission of language across generations. Now literature. Literature is a collection of written works, including prose, fiction, drama, and poetry that are considered to be an art form expressing ideas of permanent or universal significance. It encompasses a wide range of creative and intellectual expressions serving a reflection of human culture, values, and imagination. It is a diverse and rich body of written works that captures the essence of human creativity and expression across various genres and forms. Literature allows us to question, interpret, connect, and explore. It is fundamentally an expression of life through the medium of language. It is written record of man's spirit, of his thoughts, emotions, and aspirations. It can be taken as the interface of content, text in the text and context scenes It genuinely describes cultural and historical aspects of certain communities in an attempt to shape human psychological behavior and social mindset through the artful use of metaphoric language or linguistic manipulation in a variety of sociocultural contexts. A number of studies have discussed typically features of literary text. Literary texts enjoy high social prestige. They typically aim to provoke emotions and entertain rather than influence or inform. Their meaning may be ambiguous and difficult, and they may use poetic language that privileges language from in case of wordplay or rhyme. Very simply, literature is a form of artistic expression. It serves as a mirror reflecting the complexities of human experiences. It is deeply intertwined with culture and history. It provides a platform for intellectual uh, explorations and critical thinking. It has the power to influence and shape the society. Now, let me talk about the genres of literature. Generally, a translator is required to know the forms or genre of literature before translating literary text. A literature is rich in its content and form. Poetry, prose, fiction, and drama are the major forms of literature. These forms are also called genres. Poetry is a flexible form of literature. It is art of uniting pleasure with truth by recalling imagination with the help of reason and interpretation of life through imagination and feelings. It is spontaneous overflow of powerful emotions, according to Wordsworth. It has some fairly distinctive features which differentiate it from other forms of discourse. Poetry reorganizes syntax, invents its own vocabulary, fully mixes registers, and creates its own punctuation. It provides the one permissible way of saying one thing and meaning another. Poems often challenge readers as well, asking them to interpret words, phrases, images, and symbols conjoined in striking ways. It is very tough to translate metrical poems from one language to another in case of maintaining rhymes, rhythm, alliteration, and so on. The world of short fiction both mirrors and illuminates human lives. It provides more creative, intricate, challenging text that requires personal exploration supported with their prior knowledge. A novel helps the readers master the skill that will enable them to acquire information, process this knowledge, identify problems, formulate alternatives, and arrive at meaningful, thoughtful, effective decisions and solutions. A translator may face problems in creating the tone and the mood of characters in another language. Drama exposes the learners to the target culture always and the social problems a society may be undergoing. It increases empathy and awareness of others. Presenting the characters' interactive text is really a tough task. Prose is most often meant to designate a concisely shaped writing. It is a direct, unadorned form of language. However, there are diverse forms of prose. The prose translator must be capable to read, comprehend, and adhere to somebody else's thoughts and then translate them accurately, completely, and without omission. If they are able to do so, the readers will get the original meaning. Every genre has its specific feature, and translator must have the capacity to translate them from one language to another without losing their features, essence, and contextual charms. Now, I would like to focus on the translation. Literary translation generally focuses on the translation of any type of literary works, including novels, short stories, poetry, plays, and essays, whereas literature translation may have a broader focus that includes not only literary works but also non-literary texts related to literature such as literary criticism, essays on literary theory, or historical texts about literature and so on. Translation is the process of converting text or speech from one language to another without losing the meaning and context of the original content. It is rendering the meaning of a text into another language, into target language to find similarities. Translation is done to facilitate communication and understanding between speakers of different languages. It bridges the gap between language carrying the meaning of a passage from one tone to another. Translating literature often involves navigating cultural contexts and idiomatic expressions that may not have. This requires the translator to either find suitable alternatives or provide explanatory notes to sustain the original meaning and the tone of the work. Literary works often employ various poetic and literary devices that may not be translated well into other languages. Translators must find a way to adapt these devices while maintaining the overall aesthetic and emotional impacts of the original work. Translation, as a cognitive science, comprises extensive linguistic and cultural knowledge of the source and target languages. Translating literary text requires understanding and interpreting the text through focusing on the textual and referential levels of the source text. By translating literature into multiple languages, authors and publishers can reach a broader audience, introduce readers to new voices and perspectives. This not only enriches the literary milieu but also fosters cultural exchange and understanding. Literary translation creates a global communication and engages the readership. This complex and interesting phenomenon which takes place in the interface of two literal in global and that translation is the process of converting text or spoken words from one language to another while preserving the meaning, style, and the cultural context. It serves as a crucial tool for bridging the gap between different cultures and languages. It is evident in various domains. It is not a straightforward task, and challenges may arise due to linguistic differences, idiomatic expression, or cultural subtleties. The field of translation has witnessed significant advancements with the introduction of technology. Now, I would like to draw your attention to the challenges in the translating literature. There are various challenges in translation literature. Some of the striking challenges in translating literature include linguistic distinctions, cultural sensitivity, preserving the authorial voice, historical and contextual references, linguistic inequivalence, artistic dilemma, linguistic challenges, lack of resources, and lexical and semantic differences, time and cost. One of the key challenges in translating literature is to ensure the original meaning and style of the work preserved in the target language. Languages carry cultural and fiction of source texts can be a daunting task. Literature is deeply embedded in cultural context, and translators must be attuned to the cultural nuances of both the source and target languages. Misinterpretations can lead to the loss of crucial cultural elements, impacting the overall meaning and resonance of the work. Translators must negotiate the gap between cultures, identifying the cultural codes implicit in the source language and rendering them in a way that resonates with the target language. Maintaining the author's voice is a delicate challenge. Translators while ensuring that the translated work is stylistically appropriate for the target audience. Translators must strike a balance between preserving the unique style and tone of the original text and ensuring readability and cultural relevance in the translated versions. Some literary works are steeped in historical or contextual references that may be unfamiliar to readers in another language. Translating intertextual references involves not only linguistic transfer but also recreation of the cultural and literary context. Translators must provide adequate contextual information without compromising the flow of narrative, capturing the tinges of meaning, rhythm, and rhyme inherent in the original language presents a constant obstacle. Translators grapple with the challenge of reproducing the richness of meaning inherent in a text, especially when it relies on linguistic ambiguity. Direct equivalence for puns, metaphors, and idiomatic expression may not exist, so it forces the translators navigate a delicate balance between literal accuracy and creative adaptations. Translating literary devices like poetic meter, figurative language, and narrative voice presents a daunting task. Translators of poetry must be not only wordsmiths but also musicians attuned to the rhythm and the melody of the source text. Preserving the author's unique style and artistic vision demands not only linguistic proficiency but also a deep understanding of literary techniques and artistic expressions. Translators must be proficient in both the sources and target language as well as any specialized terminology related to subject matter. In some cases, there may be insufficient resources such as dictionaries or specialized glossaries to assist translators in their work. Different languages have unique vocabularies and changes in meaning. A skilled translator must be able to identify the appropriate equivalents for each word and phrases, taking into consideration the content and connotation of the source text. This can be a complex task, as some concepts may be different in the target language. Literary translation can be timely works or complex subject matter. The challenges in translating literature are numerous and multidimensional. involving linguistic, cultural, artistic consideration. Translate, Translators must be equipped with a deep understanding of both the source and target languages, cultures, literary traditions to navigate the challenges successfully. Despite the challenges in translating literature, there are some ways to overcome them. How to overcome the challenges? Challenges of translating literature can be overcome through maintaining an original tone of the source author, using culturally specific expressions, preserving the original meaning and style, handling idiomatic expression and cultural references, overcoming linguistic differences, ensuring readability and clarity, collaborating with the native speakers, if possible, researching cultural context, employing creative adaptation, reviewing and revising, and utilizing translation tools. Translators need to have excellent insight into literature and subject matter expertise to maintain the original tone of the source author. The translated words should not be too literal or too exaggerating compared to the original. And equivalent fictional characters in the target language culture. One of the primary challenges in translating literature is ensuring that the meaning and style of the original work are accurately conveyed in the target language. This requires a deep understanding of both languages and their respective literary traditions. Literature often contains idiomatic expression and cultural references that may not have direct equivalents in other languages or may not be familiar to readers in the target language. Translator must either find suitable equivalents or provide explanation to help readers understanding these elements. Vocabulary. A successful translation should be easy for readers in the target language to understand and engage with. Translators must ensure that jargon or technical terms that may be unfamiliar to readers working with a native speaker their language. To accurately translate idiomatic expression and cultural references, translators must conduct thorough research into cultural context of the original work. This can involve studying historical documents, consulting with experts, or even traveling to the regions where literature was originally written. When direct translation are not possible, translator must be willing to adapt the original text to fit the convention of the target language. This may involve rephrasing sentences, reordering elements, or even rewriting entire passages. Translating literature is a complex and iterative process. Translators should be prepared to review and revise their work multiple times to ensure that it accurately captures the meaning, style, and the tone of the original text. While no translation tool can perfectly capture the meaning and style of literary works, they can be helpful in aiding translator by providing suggestions for word choices and grammatical structure. However, translators must still exercise their judgment in selecting the most appropriate translations. Addressing the challenges of literary translation can involve boosting translators' creative abilities as potential solutions. Overcoming the challenges in translating literature demands a strategic approach that goes beyond linguistic proficiency, involving a deep understanding of cultural context and original text. Now, we believe that challenges give birth to opportunities. There are a number of opportunities in translating literature, such as cross-cultural enrichment, literary diversity, innovation in translation, cultural exchange, literary enrichment, artistic innovation, bridging the divide, promoting collaboration, investing in technology, raising awareness, specialization, cross-cultural understanding, expanding readership, enhancing literary studies, technological advancement, promoting shared values, translating a literary text or teaching tool, and creation of market opportunities. Translating literature opens doors to the cross-cultural exchange, fostering a deeper understanding of diverse societies, traditions, and perspectives. Translation acts as a medium for cultural exchange, fostering empathy and comprehension across linguistic and cultural boundaries. Literary translation serves as a bridge, bringing different cultures into dialogue and fostering a deeper understanding of the diversity of human experience. Readers gain access to a global literary landscape, enriching their own cultural awareness. It promotes the dissemination of diverse voices and narratives. It allows readers to explore literature beyond linguistic borders, offering a mosaic of perspectives that contribute to a more inclusive and interconnected global literary canon. Translation plays a crucial role in maintaining linguistic diversity and promoting the coexistence of multiple languages in a globalized world. Advancement in translation technology, collaborative efforts, and interdisciplinary approaches contribute to innovative translation practices. Creative translation involves not only linguistic fidelity, but also adaptation of literary forms to resonate with aesthetic expectation of the target culture. Literary translation transcends the linguistic barrier, fostering values and expectations. It fosters cultural understanding by bringing the gap between languages closer. Translations enrich the literary landscape by introducing new voices and genres to a wider audience. They broaden our understanding of human stories and emotions, expanding our creative horizons and challenging established literary norms. Translation enables text to reach readership that may not have access to the original language, thereby expanding the intellectual and literary impact of the work. The process of translation itself can be catalyst for artistic creativity. Translators, through their interpretative choices, become co-creators, reinterpreting and reimagining the original work for a new audience, potentially contributing to new literary forms and expressions. Fostering dialogues and collaboration between translators, authors, and cultural experts can facilitate knowledge sharing and reduce the translation process. Utilizing advancement in machine translation and digital tools can assist translator in overcoming linguistic hurdles, allowing them to focus on the artistic and cultural gradation of the text. Promoting public awareness about the challenges and significance of literary translation can garner support for translator compensation, educational initiative, and publishing endeavors in unrestated languages. Advancement in technology and collaboration have opened up new opportunities for literary translation. As the translation studies becomes more established as an academic discipline, translators can benefit from growing body of research and resources as well as collaboration with other professionals in the field. Literary translation promotes cross-cultural understanding by exposing readers to different perspectives and ways of life, fostering a more inclusive and globally aware society. By translating literature into multiple languages, authors can reach a broader audience and share their works with readers around the world. This is not only this not only increases the visibility of the original work but also fosters cultural exchange and understanding between two different societies. Translated literature can provide valuable insights into the cultural and historical context of the original work. By studying translated texts, scholars can gain a deeper understanding of the author's intentions and societal influences that shaped their work. This can lead to a more comprehensive and nuanced analysis of literary works. The rise of machine translation tools and natural languages processing has opened a new possibilities for translating literature. While these tools may not yet be able to fully capture the distinctive nature of human translation, they can be used as valuable resources to support translators and facilitate the translation process. Translation is an effective way to promote shared values among different cultures and ethnic groups while also highlighting the celebrating cultural differences. When we translate a piece of literature into new language, it can add a great value and enrich that language. New terms and ideas are added to a language when cultural concepts are translated. Translating books into multiple languages revitalizes and regenerates literature. The more translated literature we have access to, the more we can experiment with the literature within our native language. Translation serves as teaching tool as well. There are huge markets being discovered in the world of literature, and literary translation promotes this even further. When the literature from ancient and unexplored region is translated, the world develops a better understanding of the region and its culture. Translating literature presents numerous opportunities that extend beyond the linguistic transfer, encompassing cultural enrichment, global dissemination, and fostering cross-cultural understanding. No doubt, we should know the process of translating literature to enjoy such opportunities. However, the process can be different according to the nature of the subject or literary forms. Translating literature across language is a complex and rigorous process that requires a deep understanding of both source and target languages. General process involves reading and understanding the source text, mastery of source and target languages, cultural competence, cultural sensitivity, target audience, research and reference, considering genre, initial draft, balancing fidelity and fluency, revision and refinement, peer review, author collaboration if possible, editing and proofreading, and final review, and then publishing. Translating literature involves not only conveying the meaning but also capturing the aesthetic qualities and nuances of that define the author's voice. As a translator, we should begin by thoroughly reading and understanding the source text. We should gain a deep comprehension of author's style, tone, cultural references, and overall context of the work. We must be highly proficient in both the source and target language to accurately convey the meaning, style, and tone of the original work. We need to be culturally competent in both the source and target language. We must grasp the linguistic and cultural distinctions, identify literary devices, and comprehend the author's intent to ensure an accurate rendering in the target language. We have to consider the readers of the translated work and tailor the language accordingly, ensuring it's appropriate and engaging for the intended readership. We should conduct extensive research on the cultural, historical, and literary aspects related to the source text. We have to refer to dictionaries, glossaries, and other resources to ensure accuracy. They need to identify genres and translate accordingly. We should produce an initial draft that captures the essence of the source text while adapting it to the linguistic and cultural norms of the target language and focus on conveying meaning rather than providing a word for word translation. A good translation strikes a balance between fidelity to the source text and readability in the target language. We must navigate challenges of maintaining accuracy while ensuring fluency and naturalness in the target language. This can be tricky tightrope to walk. Sometimes literal translation might sound awkward or unnatural in the target language, necessitating creative adaptation while staying true to the original intent. We must revise the initial draft, refine the language and structure to ensure clarity and fluency in the target language. We have to pay attention to stylistic element to maintain the author's voice, such as much as possible, and have the translation received by peers or other language experts to gain feedback and insights. We must engage in self-reflection and seek feedback to ensure the accuracy and effectiveness of translation. This step helps identify potential issues and ensure a more accurate and culturally appropriate translation. In some cases, we may collaborate with the original author to clarify ambiguities, discuss interpretation, and ensure that the translated work aligns with the author's intention. We have better conduct through editing and proofreading to catch any grammatical errors, typos, or inconsistencies. This step is crucial for producing a polished and professional translation. We ought to conduct a final review of the translated works to ensure that it faithfully represents the source text while resonating with the cultural and linguistic nuances of the target audience. Once the translation is finalized, the work can be published and made be available to the target audience. The process of translating literature is a dynamic and intricate journey that involves careful analysis, decision making, linguistic transfer, and cultural adaptation. Finally, I would like to ask you for permission to conclude my speech. Translating literature across language is challenging and but essential endeavor that contributes to richness of global literary discourse. It is not merely transferring the words, but rather a vibrant eras woven from language, cultures, and artistic expression. By acknowledging the inherent challenges and embracing the vast opportunities, translators can contribute to celebrate the enriching role of literary translation in bridging cultural divides and fostering a more interconnected and empathetic world. Translating literature across languages presents a numerous challenges, such as linguistic distinction, cultural sensitivity, preserving the authorial voice, historical and contextual references, linguistic inequivalence, artistic dilemma, linguistic challenges, lack of resources, and technical and semantic differences, time and cost. However, these challenges can be overcome through maintaining the original tone of the source author, using culturally specific expressions, preserving the original meaning and style, handling idiomatic expression and cultural references, overcoming linguistic differences, ensuring readability and clarity, collaborating with the native speaker, researching cultural context, employing creative adaptations, reviewing and revising, and utilizing translation tools. Challenges also offer numerous opportunities for cross-cultural enrichment, literary diversities, innovation in translation, cultural exchange, literary enrichment, artistic innovation, bridging the divide, promoting collaboration, investing in technology, raising awareness, specialization, cross-cultural understanding, expanding readership, enhancing literary studies, technical advancements, promoting shared values, translating a literature text, a researching tool, creating market opportunities. Such opportunities can be entertained if we translate translator follows the translation process, which includes reading and understanding the source text, mastery of source and target language, cultural competence, cultural sensitivity, target audience, research and reference, considering genre, initial draft, balancing fidelity and fluency, revision and refinement, peer review, author collaboration, editing and proofreading, final review, and publishing. By recognizing and addressing these challenges and following the translation process, we can enjoy the opportunities and be proficient contributors to the global literary landscapes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you,
your
sir, for your
enlightening
enlightening
words.
words.
Thank you, ma'am.
பிற நாட்டு நல்லறிஞர் சாத்திரங்கள் தமிழ் மொழியில் பெயர்த்தல் வேண்டும்.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you
that
very much for
inspiring
firing
oration.
oration.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
sir.
very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me a chance.
Yes, sir. We are very
Yes, sir. We are
glad
very
and
glad and
we are more
we are
honored
more
for your
honored
presence
for your
here. You have
presence here.
joined
You
all
have
the way
joined
from
all the way
Nepal.
from Nepal.
And in
Okay.
spite of all the
All
technical
the technical
glitches,
glitches,
we have
have
had a very
had a
nice
very nice
oration here,
oration here,
and the
and
session
the
was
session
highly
was highly
informative. And if you
informative.
have
And if
any
you have
questions
any
for sir,
questions for
you
sir,
can put it
you can put
forward.
it forward.
Any questions
Any
from the
questions from
audience,
the audience,
from the
from the
participants?
participants?
Okay, seems like there is no
Like there
question,
is
sir.
no
Thank you
question,
very
sir.
much
Thank
for
you very
joining
much
us,
for
sir.
joining us, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
very
You
much.
can leave the
You
meeting
can
now.
leave the
Thank you,
meeting.
sir. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Thank you very much.
Just wait for sir to leave.
Susan.
பிற நாட்டு நல்லறிஞர் சாத்திரங்கள் தமிழ் மொழியில் பெயர்த்தல் வேண்டும் என்ற பாரதியின் வழியில் மொழிபெயர்ப்புகள் குறித்த நம் கருத்தரங்கின் சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் காந்தி கிராமிய நிகர்நிலை பல்கலைக்கழக பேராசிரியர் முனைவர் ப. ஆனந்தகுமார் அவர்களை பற்றிய சிறு அறிமுகத்தை வழங்குமாறு